Alright you guys, back at the table with NMP himself, with majority of the tires all mounted and get ready for this tire test. Jay, tell them what's going on, man.
Today we're going to show you all your favorite tires you've been seeing and hearing about and give you an honest opinion on each and every one of them.
So we got a lot of tires in front of you. As you all know, there's a lot of tires on the market and a lot of them run up to $80 a set. It's a lot of money just to be spending on testing and tuning, so we're here to do that for you. These are all the big hitters that we like. So we have, starting out, the Proline Hyrax. This is an XL19. This is the older G8 compound. Every single one of our wheels for the test will be weighted with a 1/4 ounce strip. Adds about 3 ounces per tire. A lot of people don't like weight in the rotational mass, but you know what? It's a cheap upgrade and it gets the job done, period. Next, we have the Proline Crawlers. Tone has been running these. He's been happy with them. It's not a tire I ran, but I've been very curious about them, so I'm going to be excited to see how they stack up against the rest of them.
BF Goodrich.
Sir. Then we have Jay's Proline Swampers. These are non-XLs, but we are just including them in the test for fun because we have them. These are stretched onto 2.2 wheels, which gives a little extra sidewall firmness, and it actually sucks the height down on the tire a little bit, and we'll get to that in a second with the G-Mates because I pretty much had to do it to run them. From there, these are the brand new Voodoo KLR X4s, tall and skinny, a little more pressure on the contact patch, reinforced sidewalls so they don't flex like other tall and skinny tires do, which is the problem with all of them. You get them on a side hill and they just flop over, you lose steering, you lose stability. These don't do that. For a comp setting where you have narrow gates, the narrow tire is going to kill it. I have made lines that I haven't made with any of my tires just because of how narrow my track width is. So, and next, that will bring us to the OG Voodoo KLRs. One of
the most favorable tires between all of us.
Hands down, hands down. I love them. I've ran them in blue compound, silver compound, and gold compound. I can't get enough of them. They always perform.
It really doesn't matter on any compound how they all rocked about the same. Foams, harder in the back, softer in the front, and it'll get very, man, you'll be doing some real great lines. Have we ever even pierced a set yet?
No, we have not put a hole in one of these yet, amazingly. And you know what Chris brings up with the foams, that all comes with tuning. Most of these tires are running their factory foams that they were sent out with, and we just did that to keep it all even. We will let you know if this is a tire set that we have tuned. We'll make sure to disclose that in the competition.
Definitely.
Next brings us to the Traxxas. This was the tires that came with my kit. Chris loves them. I didn't use them. He could have them.
And I do love them. You know, for some reason, every Traxxas we've gotten, the performance has been outstanding. I mean, Jay, what do you think, man?
That tire does work good for a unlicensed tire, definitely.
Check out the Broncos test drive in the rain.
Yeah.
On Slant Rock.
And I mean, you could also trim these down. You could take these little nubs off, and a lot of people do cut their own tread patterns. You can make an extremely aggressive tire out of this on your own for cheap. But we'll see how it does in the test.
Close to a Super Swamper tread if you do his modification.
Yep, absolutely. Which brings us to the Boom Hustlers. Honestly, this is the one tire I'm going to say does not live up to the hype. I have not been impressed by it. I'm not expecting it to do well. Chris loves them at Mount Diablo.
Mount Diablo is where we've had a great time, and it hooked up at Mount Diablo really good. But on the backyard test in the dirt, as soon as it got filled with dirt, it wasn't handling as well.
I could see definitely self-cleaning being an issue with these unless you have insane amounts of wheel speed just to huck the dirt off.
But it doesn't mean we're not going to test the hell out of it. Give it the old bang bang.
Absolutely. Then that brings us to the SCX10. These were the trail honcho takeoffs, correct?
Yep, correct.
The CRC, the Nitos.
Oh, yeah. So
because the honcho comes with
the Falcons.
Falcons.
That's right.
Correct. Aha! See that? Look at the youngest one in the crew.
Right, right. It's too much to keep up with. So these tires are on the skinny tire hype as well. But the problem is the sidewalls are soft. They tried reinforcing them a little bit, but It's just not the X4s.
X4.
But with some foam tuning, like he said, you can make some things happen.
Anyone with a Deadbolt, Trail Honcho, or CRC that wants to upgrade your tire, get this one. This is going to keep you, within the same width. You get a little more height and a lot more traction. So keep that in mind if you want to upgrade your tires.
Absolutely, and that brings us to the G-Made 1904s. This is going to be the tire you're going to see on the new G-Made crawler coming out. This is a tall tire. I think it was 5.1 or 5.2 inches tall.
And boxy.
And boxy. I mean, that's
a wide
that
tire.
is a wide tire. That supplies all sorts of grip. I stretched these onto 2.2s to suck them down so they basically fit on my crawler. It's the only way. With the 1.9s, they were just tall and rubbing on everything with such an aggressive tread. They were catching on the body. But for being one of the cheaper tires on the market, it gets it done. I'm going to be curious to see overall how it gets done.
Oh, they're about to see soon, because right after this video, we're going to be entering into the Indian Rock Berkeley spot smashing. And Vic ran these, and it tore his truck up. He busted up his front axle. It was really hooking up. So this is one good tire right here.
Yeah, I think it's very underrated.
Very
actually,
underrated.
As far as the G-Made tires, or just the tires go in general.
Stay tuned.
Right? Then we have the Duratrax. These Showdowns, I've never ran these. They look aggressive. You know, if you rub your hand over them, the knobbies grab your hand pretty well.
But for 20 bucks, mounted rims and tires, you can't beat that. This is the cheapy tire of the test, right here.
It works.
Then we have the most expensive tire in the test, the Pitbull Rock Beast XLs.
What's your honest thought of that tire?
I've ran them. I prefer the KLRs over them. They're real tall. They don't get the grip that I would like out on our terrain. A lot of people swear by them, but once again, terrains have a lot to do with your tire. We will be trying to test in dirt, in rock, and then mud if possible, but you know, it's the middle of summer, so we'll see how that goes.
The sad part is we've actually ripped the sidewall already on this one and the 2.2. You know, we're going to keep testing with this tire just to see. I don't want to overall just knock it down right now because we're just starting this test. But in the comments, let us know how you feel about any tire, you guys, because at the same time, we want to work with the community to see what's hot and what's not. Right now, it's not, but right now, it's just like he says.
I feel that there's better options out there.
There is, for the price.
Especially for the price. Now, we're going to get into our RC four-wheel drive tires. These do all right. Once they break in, they get nice and soft, but until they break in,
That's the Baja Claw.
yeah, it's kind of a rough tire to run on. So this is the RC four-wheel drive Baja Claws.
Mickey Thompson, real scale tire at that.
Yeah. We got the RC four-wheel drive TSL Boggers. Tall, skinny tire. I mean, you could see the amount of sidewall flex in there, and that's what I'm talking about. We get on a hill, they will just
Those
bend
do
over.
wear out, and that gets worse over time, unfortunately.
Absolutely, but they actually have a decent amount of grip. I ran Diablo on them, and they did well.
It's a scale tire. It's going to keep your rig looking scale, so it's just something to think about.
I like them.
Brings us to our next RC four-wheel drive tire. These are their Super Swamper iRocks. I actually have not ran these, so don't have much to say. What do you think about them?
They say the more you drive them, the more better you enjoy them. So we're just like in the beginning stages of them. What can I say? Frustrated to wait for them to wear in.
Absolutely.
It's basically a more radical design of the Super Swamper. They just kind of nipped it and cut it a little more aggressive.
But the tread's softer though.
Yeah.
It's real radical. Sidewalls real radical.
Got the side biters, all that good stuff. Now we have the Vitera Super Swampers. You know, I mean, honestly, the Viteras are such good rigs out of the box. And
I think it's because of this rim. I'm just going to jump in front of it right now.
That tire.
Partially. I think the battery location has a lot to do. But, you know, these tires, I've seen them making up some stuff I was very surprised to see. And I didn't think it was going to do, but it did. Made me eat my words.
That's just the same one
Yeah,
from over there.
same ones over there. So we have two tires not on the table that we are running. We're trying for a third, but let's go over the first two. We have the Proline Flat Iron XLs. I've been running them a little bit. The rears seem a little soft. A little bit of tuning might go a long ways with those, but I'm not gonna put them on the top of the list.
But then again, you gotta remember, he's only been messing with in the dirt. We haven't touched no stone with him yet.
This is true.
And they're not fully broken in.
Also a good point. Then we have the new Proline XL Super Swampers in the Predator compound. These tires are soft. I mean, I thought the old ones were soft. I thought the old ones were hard to mount, but I literally had to have ice packs on the tires to keep them firm enough to mount them. And they fought me the whole way. I was beating my head in the wall. It took me about a half hour per tire to get it to mount properly and sit on the bead. And then the last tire, the one that we're having a hard time getting a hold of, the Proline Boggers.
G8.
The G8 or the Predator compound. We're looking for either one of them, but they are back ordered everywhere. We have a couple days until we start filming the tire test, and we're hoping to get them in before that because we feel that is a big hitter.
But till then, we'll start breaking in some of these tires just to get a little. This is going to be done over time, you know. So
yeah, this is going to be a long-term test because we're going to basically show what the tires do after they break in.
I think you want to do it with one heavy rig and one light rig.
Yes, absolutely. Because I mean that more depends on your foams than anything, but a heavy rig and a light rig will act differently on the same tire, mainly because of foams, but there's a good point to test them both because we want to make this as thorough as humanly possible. I brought up 1967 Ilias test before. We're mimicking that in a lot of ways, but we're bringing a lot better tires and a lot more diversity into our test. So, what do you think's going to win? What's your pick?
Honestly, the Hyrax is one of the easiest tires for me. That's the one I avoid the most. I like the competitiveness of the Voodoo and the Traxxas. I'll tell you this one thing though. I didn't have so much. I really wasn't feeling the Hobow as much as I thought I would. So we're about to plant those and just do a little quick run with those on video for you guys within the weeks to come. You know what I'm saying? You guys just saw the Hobow. We gave it the business, but we're gonna take the spare tire off and try those out for you guys with that one here. But I mean, tires and foams are tricky because at the end of the day, it's all on what your preference is. And this is the beautiful thing about this project with all of us is Jay's the driver, here's the builder, and I'm the new guy. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get the perspective from all three. With that said, you guys, we're gonna go right into the spot smashing of Indian Rock in Berkeley. Jay, how was that for you?
It's an amazing place there. Definitely going to test your rig and your capabilities and your tires there.
I want to shout out to Jay and Vic because the more we do this, the more we're putting these guys on really steep inclines, and these guys are not really good with heights. And I got to Vic, my brother, shout out to you. My man was really uncomfortable, but he hung out on the side of a mountain with us, man.
It's safety overall we're afraid of, not just the heights, but yeah.
But with that, we got these mounted, you guys, and we're going to see you guys on the trail.
Right on.